I'm starting the ultimate FM24 journeyman in TheMadScientist's FM0708 database. The aim is to win every single trophy available to us, well, major trophy that is, including things like the EFL trophy. Now, to make it a bit harder, we also have to win the continental competitions in the available continents to play in, as well as trying to conquer all the national team trophies, the Olympics, the World Cup, the Euros. All these things we have to win with one manager. And this is our humble beginnings with our manager, Marcos Alestro. And here we are at the start of our journey. Welcome everybody to the Samurai YouTube channel. It's been a long time since I uploaded. So if you want to make this series as big and powerful and out to as many people as can be, like the video and subscribe to the channel, because Marcus Lester would want it. Now, quick rules about the save is I've got the in-game editor on just in case there's any shenanigans that need to be fixed with glitches. And these are the leagues that are available. So I've got Argentina top division, Brazilian top division, Danish top division, top 4 leagues of England, French top division, German top division, Greek top division, Italian top 2 divisions, then the Eredivisie from the Netherlands, the Portuguese top tier, Scotland's Premier League, Spain's first 2 divisions, and Turkey's top division. Now, the only problem with the database I'm using, which is by the FM Mad Scientist, is that there is 8 of these little guys called Empty 1, Empty 2 up to Empty 8, and that is because of advanced rules, I'm told, and it's not a glitch in my database, it's what happens to everybody. So I'm just hoping that within 4 seasons all these teams are relegated and they don't appear again for many a time until the series is ended. But yeah, we've got to win Argentinian top division, as well as the Copa Argentina Action Energy. We've got to win the Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A Assai, as well as the Campeonato, at least one of the state leagues, as well as the Brazilian Cup. I can finally find it, blobbing out the tournaments. The Copa Britano do Brazil, I've got to win that as well. Danish League top division, I got to win that. Got to win the cup there. For Premier League, for England, I mean it's the Premier League, the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or whatever it's called in these days. Even though I don't think some of my settings have changed because I've got a database update thing installed in my actual game files of where the game is hosted. So if I took them out, I had to edit and verify game files, but we'll just screw things up for my older saves, so I just left it. But yeah, we also have to win the EFL trophy because I thought, why not? As well as the EFL Cup, Premier League, and the FA Cup in England. French, it's Coupe de France. France, it's Coupe de France and Ligue 1. Germany, it's Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. Greece is the Super League, as well as whatever their cup is. Italy, it's Serie A, and as well as the Coppa Italia. Netherlands is Eredivisie, as well as the KNVB Becker, I think it's called. Portugal, it's the B1 Liga, as well as their Cup and the League Cup. For Scotland, it's the League Cup, the Premiership, as well as the Scottish Cup. Spain, it's the First Division or the La Liga, as well as Copa del Rey. In Turkey, it's the top tier, as well as the top cup. And that is not also to mention we have got to win an African competition in terms of the Cup of Nations and the Nations Championship. Asia, we have to win the Asian Cup. Europe, we've got to win the Champions League, UEFA Cup, and Euro Cup, which is the version of I think Mad Scientists have to do it something like, they can't remove the Conference League, so you have to call it something else. It's called the Euro Cup in this game. So it's a whole new it's as if the Euro Cup or the Conference League happened in 2006, 2007, or 2007, 2008. Something like that. But we've also got to win the Nations League, UEFA Euros, North America, we have to win the Gold Cup and the Nations League in CONCACAF. Oceania, we've got to win the OVFC Nations Cup, and I say we'll have to win the Pacific Nations, whatever that is, what was it? Pacific Games, I say we've got to win that as well, but I haven't put that down currently, so I have to remember to do that. South America, we've got to win the Copa America, as well as in club competitions, the Copa Libertadores, Sudamericana, and Recopa Sudamericana. And for the world, we also have to win the Club World Cup, the World Cup, and the Olympic Games. I would have added the Confederations Cup as well, but that's not in this database because I don't know why. You must be hard coded. You can't do it easily. So, a lot to win. And we're starting in 2023, which is 2006. So if I quickly go to England, teams like Derby, my beloved Derby, who of course got the lowest points total ever, managed by Billy Davis, got Killian Miller as the main key player, Louis Nightango as the hot prospect. And yeah, I've got to win a load of trophies, and I'm starting off with hardly any coaching courses. So I've put myself as Continental B, as well as professional football at local level, because that is the recommended version for the lowest teams in the database, which would be the Coca-Cola League 2. So I might be able to get a job, I don't know, at Macclesfield, who are, I think, a 1-star. Of course, it's the old Macclesfield before they've ended up getting into administration, losing the club. So yeah, it's a lot to do. It's going to take a long time, and hopefully we'll have finished it before the start of FM26 if it comes out. I assume FM26 is coming out, but you never know. So I'm going to skip ahead, look at clubs and offers, job offers, maybe do an interview or two. I'll come back probably for the first club, because this has gone on a lot longer than I expected to so far. Now, an interesting development has happened. So how I play my personal saves, and I've put this into my main YouTube saves as well, is I have a club that my manager supports, and if that manager ever joins that club, he then has to be with them the entire time, or until he's sacked, or until he thinks, yeah, I've done as much as I can here, I've won everything I can, let's move on. But I don't like go drop down divisions or drop like star reputation wise just to join this club. Now I've got Derby as one, that's not going to count as one because it's the club I support, that happens every single one. But Albacete, who are in Liga BBVA, currently 20th, and they sacked the manager. And now the thing is, I have applied for a load of teams in League 2. As you can see, I've applied for a load of these. I have got rejected by teams like Hereford, who are a 1-star reputation team, who are currently bottom of League 2. The 1-star reputation, and they didn't even offer me the interview. That's how low down we are in this thing. But apparently, because I think this is maybe hard coded because of my manager being an Albacete supporter, and that actually came in for us. I didn't even apply for it. They just offered us the job interview at a 3-star national reputation team, and we've actually got it. So yeah, this practically means that once we join Albacete, we have to be with them and win everything we can. So it's going to be a road to glory for the first bit, because I'm going to be stuck at Albacete until I'm sacked, or until I've won everything, because that's just how I go with these saves. That's a rule that I did. So we've got to win La Liga, we've got to win Copa del Rey, we've got to win, I won't say the Euro Cup and UEFA Cup, I'll just say we have to win the Champions League, and if we win Euro Cup and UEFA Cup, it's a bonus. So it's going to be tough, but hopefully we win everything with Albacete and I become a legend there. And as you can see, we're with Albacete. They've hired Alestro. What does it say? He will be managing one of his favourite clubs. Our director of football is, this guy's not that bad for this level, I would say. An assistant manager, I don't know if he's the real assistant manager in real life in 2023, or if he's the assistant manager back then in 2006. I have no idea. But he's decent for this level, I would say. Now, they've not won any major trophies. The major trophy they've ever won is the second tier. We've got some players in. We've got this guy leaving. He can leave, yeah. Myung-jae. Never heard of him, really, to be honest. It's an old player. But he's a striker and he's our best player. From Moreno, another... him I do know of. He's on loan from Osasuna. Mikkelsen Jose on loan from Liverpool. Mas Bojang Regen or Nujan, who is on loan at Sarinena away from Moors. Expecting us to go like this. Hotspot pack is this guy Mario Ubero. Key players Myung-jae, which isn't good considering he's our loanee. Expectations be competitive in Copa del Rey, avoid relegation for Liga BBVA. I reckon we can do all that. Look at the players. So we've got 3 5-star players. One of them is Myung-jae, of course. The other is from Francisco Nuguel, who I think I might have heard of. If he's Nuguel seems familiar, and Francisco seems familiar. I don't know where from, like. I don't know if he's a manager in real life or something. Defender, 5-star reputation of 31. Have Javi Jimenez, right winger, 5-star, 28 years old. Next best player is Javi Martinez, is a goalkeeper who's 20 years old. He looked quite good. Then Fran Moreno, who is unregistered. Oof. That's not good. Considering November, well, I can register him soon enough, I guess. Isakia Kanare. Now, I've had added players to playable teams, so to boost up the squads. So this guy's that's from that, and he has spawned out brilliantly at 16 years old. Unless he's a real life player, I've never heard of this guy, so I wouldn't know. David Perez, right back. Abdul Kokose, centre back, and the other centre back, and then all the others are just youngsters. We have a B side who are no good, under 19s, no good. The potentials are there. And staff, some of the worst in the league. We've got a load of positions to get up to though, which is good. And then under 19s and B could improve for both. So yeah, I've got to figure out a tactic. I've already got an idea for one. Yeah, that is awful. They've only won 2 games all season. See themselves 10 points, 4 points off safety against Salamanca. Season preview sees them in 19th, so expected to get relegated. 100 to 1 odds. Right, we've got to really fight for our lives to stay up, I think. Financials, not much in the wages, but we've got £600,000 to spend on the transfer budget with 2.4, nearly 2.5 million pounds in the bank. So I think I can easily do something like that, get 1 or 2 players in. The thing is, I don't know if the registration has the wage bill like it does in real life, or I don't think it had it back then. It looks like it does have it, and our maximum wage bill is 8,250. and all of these players can't be registered because they have to be 1,278 per week at the very least. So we've only got 5 people registered. Can make it 6 with Mikel Shanjose, but it doesn't have to be registered because he's a under 19 EU player that doesn't have to be registered. Yeah, it's tougher than we look. Thankfully, hopefully these players can play because they're all young and under 18 and EU players. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm going to skip ahead to figure out a title thing. Come back to you in a bit. Let's just send it all the way to January the 2nd when the transfer window opens up. Going on the tactic we're using this one because I noticed we have a load of defenders but no left wingers. At least no good left wingers. We've got one that's at 1 star, 1.5 star. That's not good enough for the team, I would say. Or well, half star. He's really bad. So he's not playing. So I've done 5 at the back, 2 midfielders, 1 aim centre, 1 AMR, 1 striker. And the results have not been too bad. So the first game we actually won 3-2. And then we went on an unbeaten run for 4 games before losing to Granada, getting a draw against Xerez, and then losing to Malaga. And recently we just got thrashed by Athletic Club Bilbao. Yeah, in the Copa del Rey, so that's not good. Transfers though, we've got some that might happen. Like I said, this guy was already leaving. So he'll be leaving today, and we're trying to get the director of football. At least is trying to get this guy, and Luis Ariba, who is in the under 19s league. Yeah, we're gonna struggle. I'm gonna try and get a few loans, see if I can register them, and hopefully they can bolster us and keep us up until next year. So the results have actually picked up. We're a bit past the January transfer window, but January and February were brilliant. We won every game apart from 2 against Cordoba and Elche. We recently just drawn against Celta. In terms of transfers, we've got some players in, and couple of players left. So that guy who was guaranteed to be let go was gone, and this guy came in at 4s from EF Gava, and then we loaned him out to Atletico Madrileno. So hopefully he gets played and hopefully he gets good. Though I don't think he'll have much potential with that rating, or potential rating. So yeah, other people that did join us, however, Luis Ariba did join us. Yeah, he's not in my first team plans right now. Athiame, we needed a right back, so we got in a right back. I had to accept important player, 19 years old, and he can play because all the other players can't really play. Kilko Alvas comes in as our optional centre back, can't be registered. And Breno Gomez Macedo, he looks no good. Director for head of youth around again. Romain Gazmi, a left midfielder, left winger, so we can play not a weird tactic, and he can't be registered. Rian Dodds, an option at AMC midfield, can't be registered. And then of course Eloy, that was loaned out. So yeah, we're not over the wage bill, thankfully. But although these players that joined us can't be registered, because they need a minimum wage of $1,278. So because he's a £575 at Kilmarn at Rian Dodds, he can't be registered because he has to be under 1,300. Don't know if it has to be us paying 1,300 or just his club paying that 1,300 to be registered. But yeah, full star player, he can't get played once. And as soon as we're already knocked out the club, at the Cup. Yeah, the only good thing is we have picked up results somehow, and it sees his safety, well, by 8 points, which ain't that bad. Like I said, the only player that can play out on loan is a Themi. I think that's because, is it because he's got 13? Yeah, because he's got £1,300 per week, and we're paying 100, so it's their club has to have £1,300 per week for us to sign him. How stupid is that? That must be a glitch in the game, or a lot to do with an old database and a new database. I don't know. Either way, a load of these players are not going to play one game for us. We can't even register Fran Marino. For some reason, it just didn't let us register him. He was registered at first, but then I went in to register the team at the end of the second. At the end of the transfer window in January, and it didn't let me register him. So yeah, he was playing, and then he's not playing. So yeah, hopefully it gets scored. Still using the same tactic. He's doing decently so far. Hopefully we can just pick up a few more wins and survive. It went a bit wrong. Yeah. After the Celtic game, we lost every single game, or didn't win every single game. But we did get a win against Hercules, a draw against Sevilla B, and a draw against Las Palmas. Every other game's a loss. Heavy losses. Terrible losses. That has forced us to use left winger. But we're using Canary, who's our left back. Literally just using him as a left winger, because he can play a tiny bit of that. He's actually gone up to 3.5 stars, so that's gone. But yeah, he's having to play at left winger. And also, who else is there? Where is he? There was another player we were playing at left winger, and I cannot see him for the world. Was it this guy? No. Oh, this guy. George Alemany. I've been playing him at left wing as well. And actually we haven't been playing him at left wing. I thought we had. He can play a tiny bit of left wing, I think. So yeah, he's going to be trained to be left wing and likely to play there. But results have not been good, and we're going into the last two games of the season. We're 4 points ahead of Salamanca. If we get a win in our next game against Xerez, which we did win originally against them when I were playing with Albacete, we'll stay up. So hopefully we can stay up. Otherwise, this road to glory in the journeyman is really going to be very short. We won against Xerez 3-1, and of course then we played Malaga and lost, but it didn't matter. We survived. Even then, even with though if we hadn't won, we would have survived because Salamanca lost both games. We survived with the skin of our teeth, and yeah, we've got to sort this out. If we go to the team, because there's been some developments, if we go to see what's happened, Celta won the league. Real Sociedad got promoted with them. Then it's going to be either Cadiz, Sporting Tenerife, or Malaga. Salamanca, Castellón, Ferrol, and Eibar all got relegated. Now, if we go to a quick look at Derby, because you know what happened this year in real life, I don't want to mention it because it fills me with dread. Where are they? Oh, the 12th. How good is that? Billy Davis. Oh, he's not even there. Has he left? Always been poached, Billy Davis. By Feyenoord. Now, I was too young to know, because at this time I was like, 10, 11, when I didn't really notice this as a kid, because I was like, 10, 11, around about this year. I was 10 at the start of the season in this real life in 2006. I turned 11 halfway through the season in February, so yeah. But from what I know later down the line, Billy Davis was quite a young and upcoming manager, and because of how bad he performed in Derby in the Premier League, he just ruined his career. And it, of course, hasn't happened because he's done well with Derby and been poached by Feyenoord. So yeah, look how good he is. But yeah, Derby County survived. That is good to see. But if we go to our players, quick look at them. We've got a goalkeeper actually who's 16 years old and David Moran. Now, what I'm planning on doing is getting another goalkeeper as backup and loaning him out. However, Javi Martinez, our main choice goalkeeper, is wanted by teams from Qatar and UAE and West Brom, so he could easily be poached. He's a minimum 3 release scores because every single player in Spanish leagues has minimum 3 release scores. It's 2.2 million. So he could go because he's worth 750,000 to 3.6. So yeah, he could very easily go. But yeah, if he goes, we'll have to get 2 more goalkeepers and loan this guy out. Because I want him to be loaned out because I don't think he's ready for first team football in my team. But a division down, he'll be brilliant. So that's him. Sorted for next season, hopefully. Other players, David Perez played a bit. He was awful. Carlos Moreno played a bit. He was quite good. Nuguel was our best player, and he is running out of contract. We've got to give him a contract. He is, however, exploring his options, so someone else could go for him, which is a bit scary because he's our best player, one of our best players. Mikel San Jose did well on loan from Liverpool, so it was good. Cookhouse only played 1 game in the end. Jesus played a lot at centre back at 16. Roberto, another centre back, left back, played well at 16. Daniel, another young defender, you can see why I had 5 defenders. He did well. Alamanza, left back, did well. Then Canare was our best player. He got injured a bit later towards the season, and also had to play at AML, so struggled even more. Jose Valdez played a lot. He's actually Venezuelan, but yeah, he's also Spanish, so he counts as that under-19 EU player, which I'm grateful for because there's another player that hasn't got that, which is Ko Won Bin, who's South Korean, and only South Korean, so he can't be registered because he has to be registered if you're not EU, and he's on £130 a week. We can't really afford paying $1,300 for him. But yeah, Xavi Jimenez was brilliant. Yeah, so we struggled for goals. Xavi Jimenez at right wing was our best goal scorer at 10, and he was injured for the rest of the season, towards the end of the season, with a twisted ankle. But people like Giorgio Almene didn't do too badly, in all honesty, when he did play. Romero didn't do too badly, so both at 18 and 16. Ubero didn't do too badly at 17 at striker, nor did Marcos at 16 as a striker. So we've got young talent that high average ratings, not high average ratings wise, but high potential and low ability, but could get so much better. So I'm gonna, I think next season, not go all out on bringing big players in that can really help and improve the squad. I'm gonna try and see if these players, because they've survived already, I'm going to see if these players can, already with us who are 16, 17, 18, can get to 2.5 star, 3 star, 3.5 star within 2 years. And if so, hopefully, we can then sell them for millions or get promoted with them. Now, a player that is going, that I did in January was Luis Codina, 35-year-old left winger, right winger. I just thought as an option, as an emergency, he was dead cheap, and I hope the fix is done and it can be registered, because I haven't checked actually, registration. We still can only have a maximum squad size of 8,250, hopefully that changes. I don't think our budgets have been given to us yet, because that is ludicrous, but I'm going to skip ahead, because we're doing 2 seasons from now on my channel. Every single episode is going to be 2 seasons, unless it's a rebuild, if I ever go back to the rebuilds, because I will struggle with them. and there'll be 3 or 4 or 5. Anyway, I see to the end of June, see if we can get some of these players back on the contract, like Nagoro. Because if I lose him, I'll be very disappointed. Watch it all the way back on the 31st of July. We were given about £500,000 to spend in the transfer budget and about 30,000 in the wages. Thankfully, it appears that the maximum squad size is based on how much wages you're given. So it's 27,000, so we've got a bit more, but we haven't got the minimum squad size yet. It's what? It says 13 minimum squad size, but it's actually 15. So yeah, but sales have happened. So quickly going to the end of the season, released players were none of them. We did loan out Ko Won-bin because I wanted a foreigner in, and he couldn't be registered as one. I wanted 2 in. You only have a maximum of 2 non-EU players. In this database, EU, England is part of availability, so it's part of the EU in this game, or part of the African Free Trade Association or something. And so they'll register to play in all the European teams as not non-forwards. That's good. But Ko Won-bin, just loaned him out. Hopefully to get game time. It wasn't brilliant in his current ability, but hopefully he gets to about 2-star, 2.5 star next season when he comes back. Then people that did sign, Luis Cordina is that 35-year-old left winger that I was talking about. He's 4-star current ability, really, really good. Hopefully he can do good for 1 year, 1 year only. We also got another older player in, just to get experience from all the younger players in the squad, and also give good current ability to get us shooting up leagues in predictions. He is Brazilian, so that's one of our foreigners. And then we also got our goalkeeper, Guy Roland Ndate Sembe, from Nantes. He was in the second team last season. Comes into as our main choice goalkeeper this season, because if we go back to the next season, Javi Martinez was sold. He had his minimum fee release clause matched by Leverkusen, and so he's gone over to them in Germany as a breakthrough prospect for them, or backup, I should say. So yeah, we lost the best goalkeeper. It did mean we now have £1.4 million to spend in the transfer budget, and we've upped the wages to 39,000. But we have brought in some more players, cheap ones, mind you. Raul Cordillo comes in as another option. AMC left winger, 4-star, 33 years old, but it was director of football going in on a contract deal, and so he would have come in January. But I just got them to pay 1.5k, so yeah. Another player to join is Ismail Barajan, 22-year-old centre-back DM, could also play midfield. Comes in from Sevilla, where he did badly with Sevilla B in terms of average rating, but played a lot for Sevilla B. And so yeah, I noticed it was 9.5k. I thought, I'll sign him, he's cheap. And if we sell him, we'll get hopefully about £300,000 for him, which is brilliant. And Pablo Gallardo also comes in, also from Sevilla B. He played less last season, but had a better average rating. He comes in for £16,000 as another choice that's said about. And yeah, if he doesn't work out, hopefully we sell him for about £200,000. We're not currently going in for anyone, currently no one else is trying to go out. So yeah, probably going for another goalkeeper, like I said, and leave David Moran out. Or even give David Moran a chance in the first team. I don't know. But now I'm probably going to compare to the end of the transfer window and see how it goes. We're on 5th of September and some things have happened. So first off, Isiaka Kanara, who was our left back, who was our choice left back, who also played left wing a bit last season. He said he wanted to leave to play with a better squad. Now, as my manager, I like role playing my manager. I was like, okay, I support this club, I'm not letting you leave, because I know how good you could be for this club or how much profit I can get for you. later down the line when you've improved a lot more. And he threw a hissy fit. So he's asking to leave. I've also ended up extending his contract with a contract extension, so he's even more unhappy. But at least we have him till 2027 now. So we've at least got him. However, he has got himself injured for 2 to 4 months with a damaged spine, which happened. Was it when he was on Mali internationally? Yeah, when he was playing for the Mali under 23s. So that's not good. And we also got this guy Roberto also wanting to leave. He played a few games last season. Well, he played a lot of games last season, as I said about. But when I gave him his contract, I gave him to 1.3k because it has to be 1.3k if you want to register them. He is wanting regular star and pump player, and I've downed it to breakthrough prospect according to thanking to advice from my coaches. I normally leave it until the coaches say, "Oh, not doing it straight away," because it just upsets the player more. But yeah, transfer window. Few things happened. So David Moran was loaned out this time to Leonesa in, I think, third tier. Ramon Fakatu was loaned out. Another goalkeeper to to Atletico Madrilano. Mas Bojang, who was on loan last season at some other club, comes into our side, and I thought we got better players in position, so we just sold him. A bit lower than his average rate and then his value, but I just accepted it, because he wasn't going to get playing anyway, and he couldn't be registered either, I don't think. We also learned out Miguel Ubero because there was no position for him to play. Hopefully he gets good to 2.5 star. Miguel, 16-year-old, like the same thing. We've improved in places that he just doesn't fit the area. And then we also learned out this guy Zielinski and Medina, also to Atletico Madrileno. And then people that joined towards the end of the transfer window, Sihan Hasbalati. We had to go all in to get him in. I noticed we had a load of money left in the maximum wages squad salary thing, but we couldn't offer more than 1,100, which wouldn't even register a player. So what I did is I moved all the money, 1.9 million into wage budgets. It's now 56,000. Our transfer budget's 444, and we signed Hasbalati. Hasbalati. I don't know. He comes in from Bursaspor, where he did not too badly in the Super League. It was with that club. We've signed him on star player, 4-star player. He's that player we need to keep us hopefully in a chance of staying up again while these younger players develop. Then we also, through the Dread Football, signed our backup goalkeeper while we loaned out David Moran. He is Mehdi Sanoue, Algerian international. He was playing for Marseille's second team. And we also signed, this was my signing, Alan Nyom as our right back, because we needed another position at right back. No one we could go in, we'd sign him for us. We tried to go in for loads of players, they all rejected us to go to other clubs, whether loan or permanent, or paid, or freeze. None of them were joining us, but this guy joined us as right back. Important player from Nancy. It's Nancy and Nonce, isn't it? So yeah, we comes in from Nancy, right back. Not much more to say. We got him less wages than he currently is on his full-time contract, but yeah, really good player. Hopefully he can do as good. How we've started is awful at first, brilliant after, and we're still using this tactic. And yeah, hopefully continues keeping us up just for this season. Currently 14th, 7 points, 3 points away from Melilla, who are 19th. 1st of November, let's look at some of the players. So our main choice goalkeeper is now, instead of 3-star, now 3.5-star. Nyom, right back on loan, has been sharing positions with David Perez, who's now 2.5-star, which is pretty cool. Roberto, who's our left back, like centre back, is now 2.5-star. And yeah, it's going pretty well. Romero's 2.5-star. Unfortunately, Cordillo, who is done brilliantly, he's gone down to 3.5-star. Elimeni, who started off last season quite well when he joined us, he's doing okay, he's 2.5-star. So far, everyone else is staying the same, and Da Silva's gone down. He's yet to score for us. He played 4 games all at the start. We were losing all of them heavily, you might have seen earlier. And so I dropped him, and yeah, well, now we're doing better. And he's come off the bench yet to score, so he's awful signing. Really is. But yeah, it's going okay. If you count a lot. Yeah. We've only won 4 games. Mind you, there were 4-0, 3-0, 4-1, 3-1. But then we lost every other game apart from a draw against Ares. Holding Caesar's 16th place, so we're safe by 5 points against Melilla. It shows that they're even worse than us. Yeah, hopefully this form turns. I'm sticking with the tactic, and hopefully it will do good. Hopefully these players, with the added experience of the older players, hopefully the younger players can grow and get a season under the belt, staying up. Otherwise, this whole risk has not been worth it. And the Liga BBVA window has opened. Got no one coming in so far, and no one's left start of the thing. However, we do have a couple of unhappy players. As you can see, club atmosphere is awful, and I'll tell you why that is the reason in a bit. But has Javi Jimenez, who contract ends at the end of the season, he's our best player by far. Yeah, if he could say, you know, I'm not going to renew my contract now because he's unhappy. Hopefully he does, but you're a bit scary. And Ismail Baogan, who we did accept the squad play, is unhappy because he's only played 8 games. But if you see those 8 games, he's been god awful. But in terms of us, we've been god awful. How am I not sacked yet? So, all season, we're halfway through the season now. How many games have we played? We've played 21 games out of, 42? So we've played half the games. We're just above relegation by 3 points against Real Europe. And we've only won 4 games all season. So since in Mario we've lost to Malaga, Hercules, Gymnastic, Cordoba, Numancia, Sporting, Sevilla B, Recreativo, Alaves, Granada, drew in Melilla, and lost to Huesca in the Copa del Rey first round. But considering Huesca are lower league side, that hurts a bit. But honestly, they're yet to win in ages. Dressing room atmosphere is awful. Club atmosphere is awful. Managerial sport's still good. But like I said, Javi Jimenez is upset. We've had to promise him that we'll change the club atmosphere, and he's quite unhappy with it, how it's going, because it's just got worse, I think. But if we fix it, hopefully that boosts us to stay up and get our form turned around. Otherwise, I think if I don't work by the time the promises end, then I'll probably be sacked because the dressing room will completely go against me. Now we have £400,000 to spend in the transfer window, so I don't know if we're going to spend any of it, but hopefully we can get a few players in. We've got a few bit on wages. The only problem is we've only got 3,000 in the minimum maximum squad salary, so we're going to get like 1 or 2 at £1,300 before it gets a bit iffy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Transfers, yeah, a lot happened actually. We loaned a load of people out to our affiliate Villa Beledo and Continent del Rey, but we also sold Ismail Barragan. So he, of course, joined us at the start of the year for 9.5k. He got unhappy he wasn't playing enough as a squad player, even though he was awful. And Castellon, who got relegated last season, I think, from the Tier A, I've paid £350,000 for it, rising to 450, which for 9.5k we signed for earlier this season is brilliant. And he hardly played anything, so it's just so good. So yeah, hopefully he will go to £450,000 and we'll get a load of good money in. And we also sold this guy, Samuel Alamanza. Now he was our left back. While yeah, he's not unhappy anymore, which is good. It was our left back. Where is he? While Canary was injured. Canary came back just at the right time because Alamanza got unhappy that he wanted to join a bigger club. Now I said you've got a release clause, you join. Someone triggers that, you'll be happy to say goodbye to you. And Toulouse and I think another team in France, maybe Monaco or Olympique Lyon, offered 1.2 million. In the end, he's joined Toulouse for 1.2 million, which was just, like I said, his release clause. He's only played 15 times for us, and we got 1.2 million. Now, he looked a really good player. 2.5 star, he's improved massively. 5-star potentiality, but yeah, I couldn't do anything to stop him because he wanted to leave anyway. I was tempted to extend his contract, which I think stops the automatic buy-in. You know, if the release clause goes in, but I thought, you know what, no, I'm going to get 1.2 million and be happy with it. So yeah, he's left. And with it, we did sign one player. Ferry Bode comes in from Swansea, where he's had a really good season so far this year in Coca-Cola League 1 with 27 games, 2 goals, 9 assists, 7.06. He didn't do too badly the year before either, after joining from Ado Den Haag for Swansea. Daddy Cowley? Really? I thought this was meant to be an updated database with these guys removed. Okay, I don't understand that. But yeah, he's joined us as our midfielder, DM, centre-back option. He played one game, and got injured for 2 to 3 months with a torn hamstring. That's when I know I think he's injury prone. That's not good. And yeah, tactic-wise, we've gone to this. Which is why we needed the DM, and of course the DM is now injured. Yeah, we have yet to win since late September, and we are in the relegation zone. But thankfully it's quite bravely against relegation, so not just even if we're in the relegation zone until the final day, we won't be sacked. Hopefully. But we need to turn this around. God, we need to turn this around. Otherwise, I'll look like a fool for trusting youth, when maybe the best idea was to go all out and bring in free transfers that could do a job for 3 years and then loan all these youngsters out for 3 years and then get them good. I don't know. But only a point. That's the main difference. Guess who won a game? Guess who won a game? I did. So we changed the tactic. That tactic we were using, which I've called Hex Conqueror 0708 Albacete V3, because this series is called Conqueror, and it's 0708 database, and my name's Hex on the internet at least. So V3 was a failure. So we went to basically a version of this, but Gegenpress, and it worked wonders because the first time we used it, we won 5-0 against Real Iran. And to be fair, they're in relegation zone, but how good is that? Like, honestly. There was 5 different goal scorers, Javi Jimenez, Canara, De Silva actually scored his second goal for us, which is crazy considering. Yeah, we even got a player sent off in Hasbalatli. I struggle with that. I read it perfectly, but say it wrong, if you know what I mean. Ubero also scored. He's played 2 games and scored 1 goal, so he's not done too badly when we've recalled him from his own Villarreal, because we need him in the first team, because like I said, their silver is no good. And we also got Marcos scoring. He's another striker who is probably our main choice striker because of how bad the silver is. Yeah, hopefully this is a change of form and we can comfortably survive relegation now. And it actually just was that. Sure, the form's not the best, but considering that was our form beforehand, it's a lot better. So after the Vel Urun game, I think, is that Vel Union? It's like Vel Urun. I don't know. I've never heard of them. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're a defunct club now or what. I have no idea. But yeah, Alcoyano we drew, we then lost to Valladolid, to be fair. But we beat Sabadell, we beat Las Palmas, we beat Cordoba, we beat Numancia, we beat Sevilla B. And yeah, we are, I think now, actually successfully survived relegation. Or 1 win survives that, makes us survive relegation, which is brilliant. Basically, Milan have to win every single game remaining out of 4 games, so what, 12? That would take 35, so yeah, we're safe. We are safe. So let's just get to the end of the season, hopefully get more results in our back. So, the end of the season results weren't that bad either. We did lose to Equatorial, but we beat Alves and Drew Granada, and let's lost to Milan, the final game of the season. So thankfully, they weren't 3 points behind us, needing to win to survive, because we would have been relegated. They finished 31 points in, we finished 40, 5 points away from 18th Sevilla B, but 3 points off 16th Numancia. So still technically the worst side, because Sevilla B are B sides can't even get promoted. But yeah, we did brilliantly, really, really good. And if we go to players, quickly look at things. We've got no one leaving, I don't think. Oh yeah, we 1 player left. His contract was ending. This team, Pratt, which sounds like a rude word, but I don't know how you pronounce it otherwise. They offered us a contract. Bruno Gomez Macedo, who was joined us from Messintel at the end of last season, summer or no, in January last year. And yeah, instead of letting him go, paid another £100 for like 6 weeks or 8 weeks. We just sold him for £1,000, which ain't that bad, considering how actually bad he is. Because he was like 1.5 star grey, and that potential was worse as well. So yeah, got a profit out of him at least. If we go quickly look at the coaching staff, we actually got the best coaching staff in the league, almost the best in recruitment, well, almost the best also in coaching, but yeah. Medical could do with a bit of improvements. Under 19s, some of us is good in coaching, and for albacete Bay is best on everything apart from sports scientists, because we don't have one. But yeah, if we quick look at players, going to the youth academy, we've got Miguel. He didn't actually improve as much as I thought he would, but he could still do good next season if going loan him out again. Daniel's actually been dropped down to the B team now, along with Val Molina and Jean Fandino. So yeah, they were playing a few times last season as well as West Lessons. But they've played a lot, they've improved, which is the best thing. Other improvements in the youth squad. But for the main team, it's actually worked out how I wanted it to work out. So, knock off Zaire Jimenez, who has been given a contract, thankfully, till 2027. with a, I think, optional year extension if we wanted to do it as well. And Neguero, I don't know. He also, look off them, who are the best players in the league. Best players in the team for us. Canari's now 3.5 star. Goalkeeper who signed a Sembe's a 3.5 star. Hespel Latley has actually gone down by 0.5 star, which is bad, but okay. Boda stayed the same. He hardly played because he got injured, and then he played and then he got injured again, so I think he's a bit injury prone, or he's not brilliantly in his fitness. Then we've got players like Marcos, 17-year-old 3-star, Roberto, 17-year-old 3-star, David Perez, who ended up playing a few times with, like I said, backing up with Alien Neom. He's a 3-star now. Now De Silva's gone down, 3-star, and he is retiring, though. Thankfully we got him off the wage bill, because I would have sold him anyway. Next season he was just no good. Alien Neom, he did well. I doubt we'll get back next year. Then we've also got people like Moore, who's 17. He's only played 7 times for us, but he's 2.5 star. Jesus, 2.5 star, played a few times. Georgia Alemany, 2.5 star, played a load of times. Was one of our better younger players. Mario Ubero played a few times, 2.5 stars. Ricardo Romero played a few times, 2.5 stars. We're just all the others 2-star, apart from Carlos Moreno, who, yeah, I think we'll loan him out next year as well. Probably drop him into the B team because we couldn't do it because we loaned him out and then we couldn't drop him into the B team because that's how the game works. But yeah, average ratings, we were awful. We were absolutely awful. Only a few in the 6.8s, Neguero, Bode, Navarro, Canario, Haspel, and Jimenez Moreno doesn't count. But goals, if you look at that, I didn't show you last season's goals, I just realised. I don't think we had many. But yeah, Javier Jimenez is just so good. 15 goals, 7 assists. Next one was Haspel Latley, 8 goals, 5 assists. Marcos, as our 17-year-old striker, got 7. So did Alemany with 4 assists. Uvari got 3, and Neguero got 3 from set pieces, I assume. And then we've got Gordillo. He's drastically regressed as a good player for probably not going to be in my first team next year, probably not even going to get any game time, or even try and sell him, that sort of style. That's how bad he's gone in the past few games at least. But at the start of the season he was getting assists, so we got 9 out of the top assist maker. Navarro at left wing, who replaced him, and towards the end of the season when he got really bad, as in Cadillo, he got 6. All the others said. Neon got 4 assists, 2 goals. Canaro got 1 goal, 3 assists. So yeah, we're not done too badly. For a relegation threatening team, we didn't do bad at all with goal contributions. It's just letting the goals in that we struggled with. But for next season, we've actually been given out of the budget. We've given 2 million. We've just got under 7 million in the bank. And we've got given 67,000 in the wage budget. So hopefully now we can spend 60,000 in registration. It doesn't say they're just yet, but hopefully we can now get a load of these players on £1,300 per week contracts now that some of them are getting to 18, 19 and won't be registered into the squad if I didn't give them that £1,300 contract. But yeah, I think this gamble with playing the younger players and not improving properly has worked. And I think next season I will get in a bit more experience, a bit more better players who can improve the squad. And with the younger players that have improved drastically, they can just join in. Because some of them are first team players now, no matter what, so that's brilliant. And if we sell another player for 2 million, in half summer window or winter window, I don't care, because that's just more money into the bank account. We've actually improved the youth recruitment and junior coaching once each, I think. But training facilities, I think, has gone down. You look at that, we've only won 19 games instead of 1 game. That's really bad for me. 39 losses, 26% win rate, -1 goal difference. Oh, that's bad. But it shows how bad this team was when we joined. If we hadn't joined, they would have been relegated no matter what. But yeah, Cadiz won the league, Almeria got 2nd. Melilla, Sabadell, Alciano and Real Urin all got relegated. Quick look at Derby. Did they stay up in the Premier League? Just about 1 point out of it between them and Sheffield United. So yeah, survived once again. Who took over them? AD Boothroyd. Is he that guy who was under 21s? It says that he was Watford. Is he Watford in real life? He can't have been. I don't understand. I don't know enough about him to be saying these things without Googling it quickly. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more FM24 content. I don't know what's going to happen with this channel right now, with the whole FM stuff. I know it's going to be FM constantly, no matter what now, because that's the thing that the channel works with. It's what I've made the channel about. But for FM25, I don't know what to do. I mean, FM26, I don't know what to do. So I just thought, I didn't even know what to do with FM24, so I thought Glory Hunter, but in 07-08, where I had Derby in the Premier League. And I thought a couple players Derby, but I thought, let's make it hard on myself and I have to win every single league in the world. But yeah, enough rambling on for me. If you've enjoyed this, like I said, subscribe, comment saying what are your predictions for season 3 with our say. Could we get top half? Could we get playoffs? Could we get promoted? Or will we be in a fight for relegation again? Especially imagine it with what you think I'll spend with £2 million and 20,000 in the wage budget. But yeah, I've been Matthew, also doing some hacks, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for signing out. Bye everybody.